What's up, YouTube? This is the Federation here, and I've got another Rome 2 battle for you all. It's going to be Baktria versus the Seleucids, so the clash of the Titans. In my opinion, far and away the two most powerful factions in Rome 2. There's really only a couple that can even put up a fight, being Parthia, possibly Egypt, although having the African elephants instead of Indian elephants and not having cataphracts counts pretty heavily against them. And the lack of melee cav also counts pretty heavily against Egypt. But yeah, it's should be a good one, hopefully. So I think this is going to be an adequate deployment setup. Let's start battle. And he's got Indian armored elephant, 2 Median cav, light peltist, whole bunch of pikemen, 4 pikemen on that side, 3 more on this side, light peltist, and 4 eastern slingers. So I don't see a whole bunch of cav on his side, but he does have normal pikes instead of levy pikes, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult than normal to get a chain route going. But we'll see what we can do. I think I should have the edge, but we will see. I generally just don't find the pikemen anything above levy pikes to be worth the cost. And that's why CA are introducing in this next patch an increase in the levy pike cost. I think it's up to around 450 talents, and I think Egyptian pikes are getting a similar boost. Because right now it's just, why would you pay for a normal pikeman over a levy pike? There's just no benefit. Like, from the front, you'll win. From the side, you'll lose. The only benefit is, as I said earlier, they won't chain route quite as easily, but in the end, that normally doesn't make the difference. Like, if you're at the point where you're starting to chain route, you've probably already lost. So it looks like he's also got... oh no, that's a pikeman as well. So yeah, he's just content to pike box. And yeah, there's a couple more cav around. But I still definitely have the cav advantage, so that's not something that really worries me. I'm not sure how much good my elephants are going to do, and I was actually considering not bringing elephants this battle. Just knowing that Seleucids generally don't tend to bring an army that's really susceptible to elephants. It's generally a lot of pikes, a lot of skirmishers, not really many heavy infantry, but in the end I went for elephants just because. I mean, like, I feel like it was sacrilege not to bring elephants as Baktria. But anyways, let's try to get my horse archers in a good position to shoot his elephants without being hit by his eastern slingers. And if I'm going to have my elephants, I might as well bring them up and use them. Although I don't see too many viable targets, except possibly these Median cav. He is well aware of what I'm doing with my horse archers, so clearly at least somewhat knows what he's doing, which is good to see. It gets boring just playing a bunch of people with no idea what they're doing over and over. But let's rush up, take out these eastern slingers, and I'll just go for them one by one instead of focusing fire, just to save me the micromanagement, because I'm feeling lazy right now. No, it's more just that I feel like time would be wasted if I were to focus fire, because one focus fire volley would bring down a slinger unit. So there would be some wasted shots in there, whereas this way I'll waste fewer shots. So let's go for rapid reload now that we can be sure he's not going to retreat. Let's push up my pikes.
The men are wavering.
He is focusing fire, and with my slingers I will do the same on his light peltists. Let's give myself the advantage here. Yeah, and so when these guys come by, he has to retreat with his skirmishers, which gives me some nice little back shots. And these Bactrian peltasts didn't rout, so well done to them. Alright, let's continue getting in dangerous positions. So all my skirmishers are now going to fire here. And I'll lose a couple of skirmishers, but mostly should stay fine. Baktria and peltasts have already used most of their ammo at this point. So I'm actually glad he didn't go for my slingers, because that would have hurt me quite a bit more. And those horse archers have picked away at these Median cav quite a decent amount. To the point where let's get an angle and then charge for that unit. Yeah, these eastern jabs are the only ones I care about keeping alive right now. The peltasts have done their job. And we can come fire at these Indian elephants.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
So let's see what happens to these Median cav. Not quite as many losses as I would want, but still a decent amount. Alright, so let's pull back to the safety of my elephants.
Flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
These guys will engage head on, these guys will come around the back. Alright. And here come the elephants. So let's bring my horse archers around. And get out of here with these guys. Out of diamond. Back out with them as well. Elephants here. Yeah, they should be able to mostly get out. Lose a couple, but oh well.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's fire my slingers here. Javelins and peltasts have now used all of their ammo. So let's see what these elephants are going to do. Alright, let's bring my pikes over here. If he wants to engage me now, that's more than fine. Turn, turn. Alright, steady. Oh, please get your pikes down, guys. Yep, and they will. And now his elephants are in a really bad situation. Actually, I don't even need to worry about that. Like, if he's just going to chase my horse archers, let's let him. He's in a nice little pike box now. Good old guy. Alright, so let's send in our peltasts to just melee that guy. As Indian armored elephants have now gone berserk and should go down fairly easily as they go into the front of the pikes. Although they're not dropping like I'd like them to. They've definitely toned down pikes quite a bit. Yeah, in the last patch it would be if they went straight onto the front, they would have died instantly. Just by brushing up against the pikes. Not so much this time. But we do bring them down anyways. Guess they still ended up taking quite a bit of HP damage from that. So now I'm going to have to use my slingers to punch a hole in the box and then exploit that hole. So let's see if his guys have ammo. I can't tell. Looks like they don't. How about these guys? They do. So let's fire at them first, because that'll mean my elephants can get in. Without that, my elephants would have to be a little bit more cautious. So let's fire with all of our missiles at these light peltists. And they should go pretty quickly since they're in the red now. And even the shots that miss are going to be hitting pikemen, so that's just fine for me. We've got the morale penalty of flaming shot. The elephant scare effect is probably on them. They're not going to last very long. Alright, so let's pick where we want to punch through. We've got a 79-man unit. It's probably our best bet. Oh, and he is going to actually come out to face me here. He knows his pikes can beat my levy pikes head on, but I'd still say this is the wrong decision. Because as soon as he pulls out like this, I can come in the back. Yeah, his best bet would have been to hope I run out of ammo before I'm able to punch through. Not that I speak for that kind of style or encourage it in any ways, but that would be, if he was trying to win, his best way of doing so. So I commend him for not doing that. And I'm incredibly forever grateful. Now we can get this nice little chain route going on. So let's just send in my elephants to finish it up. Who end the game on 4 kills. So yeah, I definitely shouldn't have ended up bringing those guys. But all of my other units did quite well. So good game to my opponent. Looks like German name, so I'm not going to try to pronounce that and embarrass myself. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and I will see you all next time.